is the co-host of the podcast entitled LOL, You're Gay. And he was also longlisted in Top 100 for the CBC Comedy Next Up competition. Put your hands together for Adam Myatt.
That's a question. How you doing? No, how you doing? I always hate when people do that. When I'm in the audience, I'm like, I gave you an honest response the first time. This is just for you. But, it's okay. Okay, we're gonna do some jokes and we're gonna go home. Joke number one. I just want to give you a status update how we're doing. Okay, joke number one. I was, a few years ago, I was laying in bed in the afternoon on a work day. And I thought that I might be depressed, so I decided to Google the symptoms of depression. And I rolled over and grabbed my phone. And this website came up that was called depressionhurts.ca, and I said, yes, it does. I'll read that site. Someone else has been to depressionhurts.ca. And I go to the site. It's a pretty typical self-help website, lots of pictures of rocks and pictures of leaves. I'm not sure why we find that soothing, but apparently we do. And at the top of the page, underneath where it says depressionhurts.ca, there's a page counter telling how many people have been to this website and make you feel not so alone. But when I visited the website, at depressionhurts.ca, you are not alone. Over 0 visitors. Actually made me feel a lot better. That's really funny. I thinking about writing a graphic novel about my adolescence. It's going to be called Might Be Gay, but Hopefully Not. I don't want to spoil the ending, but doesn't get what he wants. On that note, Pride's coming up soon. It's in July. And, yeah, that's great. I mean, I do sincerely. Sometimes people don't think I'm sincere because of the tone of my voice, but I am. It's good. It's a positive thing. And I think it's an important time of year. It's an important time to get positive messages out there and help break down the stigma around being a queer person. And I wanted to share with you one of the most memorable messages I received during the Pride Festival. I was at one of the dances, and I was at a porta potty, and because I needed to pee. You've peed before. And I was in the porta potty, I needed to pee. And I want to share this message that I read inside the porta potty. There was a little sign that said, porta potty water, not for drinking or cooking. And I've carried that with me to today. I wanted to share with you. And, tell people, go on and spread the good word. I almost made a terrible mistake with my craft dinner in that porta potty. It doesn't usually do that well, but I'm glad you're into it. This is my audience, apparently. I do this around town, so come to those shows too. Next joke. I wish that there were emotional wine pairings at the liquor store. Yeah. While I appreciate the little pig and the little cow and the little fish on the tag, it would be more helpful for me if it said something like, this wine pairs nicely with being on the phone with your mother for far too long. My brother's over there, I can see him nodding. Going to an escape room this weekend. going to an escape room this weekend, which is my parents' house for dinner. I haven't cracked the code yet. Hoping to one day. I realized that my last thoughts were going to be recently. We all want to think that our last thoughts are going to be prophetic, or we're going to say something about life, something really meaningful. I was driving in Sackville, and a giant truck was heading right for me. And I realized my last thoughts were going to be, oh shit, that's a big truck! I don't think that's going to get confused for Play-Doh, but it's alright. I was reading an article recently titled, Things to Do at 30 that Make Your Life Better at 50. I just turned 30, so I needed some advice. And one of the things it said to do is do something every day that scares you. Now, I'm not afraid of that many things, surprisingly. The three key things I'm afraid of are these. Sharks, that kind of makes sense. Balloons, we're not going to get into it. That's another, we'll talk about afterwards. And the third thing I'm afraid of is seeing my headshots being used on Get Well Soon cards. So, those aren't the most attainable daily activities. I drove past a graveyard recently. There was a sign posted that said, burial plots now available. I thought to myself, now available? Why weren't they available before? Is someone evicted from this graveyard? Can you get evicted from a graveyard? I didn't get any answers. I've given up. I've given up trying to fit back on into the all the old clothes I used to save. I'm like, I'm going to be a medium again. It's not going to be a medium again anytime soon. I have given up, got rid of them. My new goal, here it is. I'm trying to fit back into old towels I used to use. Here's hoping. I don't really understand why there aren't more like plus size clothing. It doesn't make any sense. Like look around at us as a people. We need bigger clothes, Forever 21. Because I refuse to give up on the dream of wearing that really short overall set. I cram my body into that every year, but I prefer to have one that fit. I don't understand. I mean, you go into a clothing store and the clearance racks are just fucking littered with extra smalls and smalls. You know who buys those? Fat people for their dogs. This is my one open. I spilled coffee on it before the show. I have no clothes now. And a couple more jokes and I'm going to go. Just so you know, in case you're not enjoying this. I feel like you are, but I mean, who knows? There's always one in the crowd. I think we're an anxious generation because of the board games we played when we were children. I'll elaborate. Don't Wake Daddy? Anyone ever play that piece of shit? Yeah, I got a great idea for a game. Oh, what is it? A whole bunch of kids are going to run away from their abusive father. Fun game. Perfection? Has anyone ever won a game of perfection? Of course not, nobody's perfect. So I didn't say it was my best joke. It's not over yet. Here's the rest of it. I played a game of Girl Talk recently. Anybody play Girl Talk in here? Okay, a few people played it. For those of you who haven't played Girl Talk is like a 90s slumber party game. That's a different game when you're an adult. It's a different game. Different game. The things that are worth tons of points are things like do a funny dance. I'll do a funny dance all day. I don't care. 20 points. Things that are worth no points are things like tell us about your relationship with your mother. I'd rather not. I have a complicated relationship with my family. So, I'm giving up board games for Lent. Like I miss Lent, but nobody's perfect. Okay, I'll leave you with this. Fans of the Donair in the house? Yeah, of course you are. Lived in Halifax. It's great food. My favorite place to get Donair is called Randy's Pizza in Donair. It's up on Gurkle Street. If you haven't gone, I'd recommend it. It's not a paid advertisement. I just really am into it. And I like to go there, but when I get a Donair, for those of you, if anybody doesn't know what a Donair is, it's basically just like this pita with a bunch of meat and like a sauce on it. Now, I don't like the sauce on the Donair. I like to get the sauce on the side because I don't like it to be messy. I want to dip the meat in the sauce when I feel like it. Thank you. And so I get the sauce on the side, right? I call Randy, I'm like, hey Randy, can I get a Donair, the sauce on the side? And he says, sure. And then that should be the end of the story. But that's not the end of the story. Because I go pick up my food. Pick up the food at the restaurant. That's not what they write down on the slip. They don't write down Donair, sauce on the side. They write down Donair, SOS. Fair enough, Randy. It is 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. This is a cry for help. Anyway, guys, my name's Adam. Have a good night.